Welcome everyone. My name is Elias from the Infinity Hash team, and we are excited to announce that we are officially launching our 8th generation contracts at 14 watts per terahash today. This is just a quick overview video to show everyone what is included, why we decided on which new miner generation, and includes all the information you need in case you already have hash rate contracts in your Infinity Hash dashboard, and also at the end of the video, how you can test the 8th generation contract for free with our 30-day testing phase and get 500 USD in hash rate with our latest contracts. So, what is the base information for our contracts? This is basically 14 watts per terahash at 21.99 per terahash purchasing price, and there's no extra fees. To compare this, our 7th generation contracts was with the Whatsminer M70 series at 16.5 watts per terahash. So those are now much more efficient, and they've been possible because the new miner generations are now available to us, so we can provide the latest contracts to you. And what does no fees mean? No fees basically means that if you buy a contract, right now it's for $21.99, you get a lifetime contract with lifetime warranty, full maintenance costs already included, and no fees or extra repair costs. How is this possible? Basically, all repair costs, the maintenance costs, and the whole warranty provision is already included in the purchasing price. So if you buy a contract for $21.99, there are no extra fees and no costs. You only have to pay for the electricity, and this is done via your daily rewards. So you get the pool reward, then electricity costs are automatically deducted, and you keep the profit, which is automatically paid out to your Bitcoin wallet. So nothing extra there. A question we got from our community was why is hash rate with this good of an efficiency so cheap right now? And the answer is that at the current situation in the mining market, and we are at pretty much the lowest profitability since the last 2 cycles in the mining industry. At the current situation, there's a lot of mining companies and farms and projects that are completely out of money because they have a higher electricity price than, for example, Infinity Hash has right now. And this means they can't buy new equipment. They can't buy new miners right now. They're basically on life support. And this means there's only a few farms and projects actually purchasing miners right now. So the producers of the mining machines have dropped prices to even sell right now. Some of them have stopped producing new miners. And will likely not ramp up production again until maybe 2 to 8 weeks into the future from now. And this means we have a really nice time window where we can get the hash rate pretty cheap, and we only have to add basically the averaged maintenance and repair costs. So that's why $21.99, and we'll keep the price this low for as long as it lasts. So right now, this means below $25 per terahash for hash rate contracts backed by the newest Whatsminer M70, M70S, and M70S Plus miners. Another question we often got from our community was why Whatsminer? Because most people, they know the Antminer series by Bitmain, and maybe they know Avalon miners, but they don't even know Whatsminers. So why do we decide to primarily buy and host our contracts with Whatsminers? There are 4 basic reasons. And the first one is temperature. So we have data centers in Ethiopia, in Northern Asia, and also in the future in the US. And this means we have quite a variety in temperatures, especially in the winter and during hot days in the summer. And Whatsminers are just have a better build quality. So this means they are they are able to run with temperature drops. They are able to run at really hot summer days, and you don't have to adjust the data center cooling to perfectly keep one even temperature. And this just means that we have less downtimes, less repairs due to overheating, and we can have a really stable operation with lower maintenance costs, which then translates into a lower purchasing price per terahash for you. The second one, as already mentioned, build quality. Maybe if you have been in the Bitcoin mining space for longer, you remember the Antminer S70 series, where actually the small coolers on the chips fell off after normal operation of a few months. And we've never had stuff like this with Whatsminer. We've been running Whatsminer since at least 2023 with the public side of Infinity Hash, and back to something like 2017 or the time in between where we started using more Whatsminers. And we've never had any bad build quality, which led to miners not functioning properly. So this also leads to actually a lower price if you look at the whole operation time frame of a miner, because you don't have to take miners that broke down and have to repair them all the time. And yep, that's basically just peace of mind. If you buy them, you put them in the data center and they just run, and maybe you have to replace a PSU or something from time to time, but that's pretty much it. And the third point is efficiency. So if you buy a miner and it says in the technical specifications or on the packaging, it has 14 watts per terahash in energy efficiency, you'd want it to actually have this number because you're doing your whole calculation based on this. And this is just not the case with most suppliers or with most miner brands, where you get up to 10% in fluctuation in what it actually says in the technical specifications and what you actually get when you run the miner in a data center under real world conditions. So with Whatsminer, they actually have a buffer. So if you run them in perfect conditions, they often are a bit better than it says in technical specifications. So if you buy 14 watts per terahash miners, they actually have 14 watts per terahash. And this is also a big advantage for us, and leading directly into the fourth one, which is repairs. Repairs with Whatsminers are pretty straightforward, which means we can actually repair them right on the spot at the data center. We don't have to ship them to another country for stuff like warranty replacements or complicated repairs. We maybe get a broken PSU. Well, that's no problem. You just disconnect the miner, you swap in the new PSU, you fix it with a few screws, you put the miner back in, and it's running again. And those 1 to 2 months that it sometimes takes to get a replacement for a warranty case or to do a complicated repair, those 1 or 2 months, this is time that usually your miner wouldn't be running and where you'd lose cash flow. So that's why we decided for the Whatsminer M70 series here, because we know from experience with the M60 series and with the M50 series that maintenance is pretty easy. They're rock solid. They are able to adapt to temperature without any downtime. And we can do most of the repairs directly at the farm and save a lot of time and cash flow days this way. And as mentioned before, all repairs, maintenance fees, and stuff like that is covered with Infinity Hash contracts. So you buy and you see exactly what you get for the purchasing price, and everything is included, and you don't have to worry about any extra fees or bad surprises coming down the road. So before we go into how the 500 USD free testing phase works, just one quick extra info for everyone that has Infinity hash rate via contracts already in our dashboard. The 8th generation contracts are now active and available. This means two things. First, if you decide to purchase new hash rate, in our opinion, it's a great time right now because the prices are so low. But if you decide to purchase any new hash rate right now, you automatically get the 8th generation at 14 watts per terahash, which means you get a really future-proof contract and the newest available machines with air cooling. And in case you have hash rate already and you don't want to do a new purchase, there's no problem because the 8th generation is now also the default contract for auto compounding or our reinvestment feature, which means if you're using auto compounding at any percentage, the auto compounds are automatically purchasing the 8th generation contracts because they always purchase the newest available miners to ensure long profitability windows for all your contracts. With this said, if you have any questions, just drop them below and we'll answer them, or you can also sign up for a dashboard account and you'll automatically get emails and invitations to our weekly Q&A sessions. With that said, let's go to the $500 free testing phase. So what is this? This is basically you can sign up for an account, and if you don't have any hash rate with Infinity Hash so far, you'll see a 30-day testing phase CTA right here at the top of the dashboard main page. And you just click on it, you activate it, and then you'll get $500 in hash rate directly added to your account. This will be the 8th generation, so the newest contract. And this will just run for 30 days and you can test it. There's no payment needed. You get real daily Bitcoin rewards and there's zero commitment. So you don't have to enter any credit card information. You don't have to commit to purchasing anything. The only thing that you'll see is basically during the 30 days test, and your hash rate will just be removed in case you don't decide to buy within those 30 days. But during the 30-day test, you'll see different purchasing options. And for our testers, we have the starter pack, which is just for $200. And you'll get $200 worth of hash rate, but you will also be able to keep your full hash rate from the testing phase. And then we also have a $500 version and a $10,000 version, where you'll actually also keep your full rewards from the testing phase, but you'll also get a 10% bonus or a 20% bonus, which is added in hash rate directly. And those options are also available for the 8th generation contract. And you can either go to our website. There is a banner at the top of the website where you see more details on our testing page. You can scan this QR code here on the left, which will also lead you to our testing page. Or, of course, you can just sign up for a free account, and then you can test the whole thing for 30 days with absolutely no commitments. So this was our announcement video for the 8th generation contracts. We wanted to bring them online right now before the next dashboard updates are coming, because auto compounding is running, and even if you don't want to purchase any hash rate directly, we wanted everyone involved to already be able to benefit from the newest available miners and contracts during the current low price times. And this way you can already test it and use it via the auto compounding feature. And as said before, if you have any questions about the 8th generation, just drop them below in the comments, or write us via Telegram, or contact our support via our website. And with that, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.